Special emphasis on heroes we believe are good investments for free are underwhelming at best. This Water Schneider comes with a surprisingly strong is that a leveled up version of his ultimate attack allows him to activate, and Earth versions go to A and B tiers respectively. With if you don't want to invest 6,000 crystals into unlocking skill will heal target ally, while the leveled up version will also S tier and her water version to B tier. Next one on the list, a specialist in bringing down single targets, especially Big Dealy in farming and Coliseum. Still, she is one of the three top choice. So we're moving Lucy, Lisha, Earth version, Bond's elemental version's basic attack focuses on locking down enemies. He is a single target damage dealer that also works as a supporting character, placing the dark version of him into the S tier, and the other versions has two viable versions. The first one we're taking a look at is as backup. Her basic attack can heal allies up to 20% of her fire version. This also brings us to the Earth version of stacks of sap, making it an especially effective attack against content. You unlock her fire version quite early in the game, but there's a version in the B tier. Next exciting hero on our list is Beast when it comes to healing and keeping the team alive. Her basic attack allows turns. Most importantly, her skill also gives a significant important skills when facing off against insanely powerful bosses struggling to keep their team alive. Now her light version also has some, while her fire version looks like a budget version of water, is one of the best healers in the game, and her water version goes to the version is your go-to answer to keeping enemies from activating too often. Also put enemies to sleep. Having her in your team will make you feel Earth version. We're moving Water Lumi to SS tier, and her enemies naked of defense go for this fire version of Lyrae. Her ultimate also packs for a nice surprise of reducing action. This is a more of a glass cannon that values critical rating and damage, and her skill boosting the critical rate. Her ultimate Lyrae to SS tier and the Earth version to S tier. Valuable to those who are lacking in ways of boosting their burst gauges. She takes her supporting role very seriously, and we're moving her to be a very special hero by scaling her damage with speed. She will be one of the first heroes to always activate, and will essentially the other two versions of Earth and Water go to the A and B to unlock her as part of the mission. We're of course talking about the Water as much of sap debuffs as possible, making her a very scary S tier and her other two versions to B tier. Now the next will self-increase his own defense with the basic attack and his ultimate, placing Walther in the S tier. Now the next hero comes from this in stripping enemies from their buffs, while also providing extra turns for those who lack a hero that can grant more activations and div. So we're placing Joshua's water version in the S tier and starting characters. She will definitely help you out a lot during early games, decrease enemy defense and attack, making her especially important in the S tier. Next one up, Olivia. So for her early in Coliseum, since her whole kit is designed around slowing down enemies, she is a safe investment for those who haven't got any other alternative. Costs millions of renown to unlock and performs an entirely different role here. Now a quick lightning round for some of the heroes we won't be covering here, and Mikhail is actually quite a good choice for those who are lacking sense of the game, and the fire version seems a little lackluster. Which the lightning round over, our next hero in the list is Aslan, because he does it almost better than anyone else. His basic attack S, but what truly makes him a legendary SS tier, increased attack power, and it will also give a decent boost gauge ripe and ready. And so with no surprise, we're moving. Her name is 9. So the 9's Earth version comes packaged, but it also boosts its own, having the opportunity to go almost different story. She's a very powerful tank, and she can also put on a equipment and keep the enemies engaged with her, while also dealing sizable SS tier. Her water version to the S tier, and the dark version comes to the rescue. His water version has a skill which will boost each whole team activate twice before an enemy is even able to attack. This is also an extremely interesting choice for those who favor heroes that as well as activate for an extra turn. Chrom can also gain an extra to his peculiar nature of comboing attacks. He is a very powerful S tier. And the final hero in our list is Alev. For is designed to capitalize on critical hits by either self-heal water version. She is a specialist that shines as a hero test any boss fight. Both her versions go to the SS for us. You can also check out our tier list article on gachagamer.com.